Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be dabbling in a little bit of mana, and also, you guys are going to get a time lapse. I hope you guys are ready. Alright guys, so, some crazy stuff has happened, as you can see behind me, or I guess in front of me. And I'm going to kind of show you guys that here in just a second in the time lapse. But, just so you know, you can look at the timer at the top right. It did take quite a while to do this. So, this run is pretty much just going to be for fun. There is no potential now for me to have any sort of speed on this playthrough. So, if I was doing this specifically for speed, I would have never built this thing. But you guys were saying, make a base. So I was like, you know what? Let's make a base. And so, this is what you get. So, enjoy the time lapse. So I hope that time lapse was really good because I spent quite a lot of time on it. But we're going to go ahead and I'll kind of show you guys everything that's going on. So over here we have all of the thermal expansion stuff that we have been working on and we have gotten a hold of, and I have organized it and sorted everything, got all the pipes hooked up to it. I did go ahead and switch over to thermodynamic pipes, and everything's set up over here. But we have a few things to go over today and a few things to get done. One of the main things is going to be Botania work, because that is one of the gates. So this is our Botania room. Oh, I'm missing a wooden trap door. We're going to fix that while we're here. But there's the one trap door I have left over. So yeah, here is what we're doing to fix this. But yeah, all this was pretty easy to fit, to set up since we have flight. And as you can see, this thing is a beauty. Yeah. This is just like a, just like a collaboration of a bunch of different things put together, all for just the simple purpose of being compact and pretty elegant looking. So, that's what I went with. And the inside is definitely where everything shines. But yeah, we're going to be collecting all of these flowers today. I went ahead and placed a bunch down. Really, the only ones we need, I don't think we're going to have to generate any mana ourselves. That's going to be done by this down here. So this did finish up. I went ahead and I just kept feeding it the same materials that we worked on last episode, getting that tectonic petroleum ready to go. And so all we got to do now is actually pipe this stuff out. And before we do that, what I did was I went ahead and made a wireless crafting grid. We can go ahead and see how that is made here. Very simple. You're going to make sure it is a wireless crafting grid, not a wireless crafting monitor. Those are two separate things. You're going to need a wireless transmitter, and you're also going to need a range upgrade, or some sort of range upgrade. The range upgrade is going to be very helpful very soon. Now, I don't think you can place this thing directly on the sides of a cable, so you will need some cable. And you are going to have to extend this. I'm going to put it on the back, just for right now. And you're going to need to place this setting straight up. And then you're going to take these range upgrades, and you're going to throw them in the side. Now, this is 48 blocks that it can reach. Let's start working on some Botania after we get this thing hooked up. Alright, so we have that. Let's go ahead and pop in here. And we're going to need our fluid, just one hardened fluid duct. We don't need cables anymore or any of this stuff. We will need shears later on. But let's go ahead. Okay, so we have that. We're going to need thermal expansion servos, so we'll grab the servos. And I did put these signs here because I did not want to make the mistake of jumping off here without my flight working. That could be very bad. And we need to figure out which container it is. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is the one. Yeah, when we get close to it, we can actually see. But what we're going to do, place that there. Pop that in there, and activate the servo. And enable it, and that should start pumping this in here, and it should be pretty fast. This is a pretty fast servo. It's a tier, I would consider it tier 3. You have your base, or tier 2. Yeah, no, tier 3. This is the, you have the base, you have the second tier, or the first tier, and then you have this one. And then we're going to get through, I think we have access to the other ones as well, yeah. Look at that. It's so quick. So this is one we can actually watch complete. It's going to have just a little bit left over. There is, should be 500 left, and I think the 500 is actually, yeah, stuck in the pipe. So, that was pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and collect this and our drum. And we're going to head back over to our base, which looks so sick from over here. And we're going to pop in here, collect our rewards, because this is our rewards. An energy cell that's resonant, and a blacker lotus. How cool is that? Let's get into Botania. Yeah, Botania is something of its own. So, let's go ahead and just, we got to just break all of these for one thing. I want to see, though, how much mana is actually generated in one of these blacker lotuses. Because we could technically skip almost all of Botania at this point. If we don't have to get too deep into Botania, we should be good. All we have to do is make an elven portal. We might make a couple of endoflames, just so we have mana gen that is actively keeping our, what is it, the Elven Portal open. But, I mean, other than that, we should be pretty good. So, let's take this. The main thing we need is white flowers. So, at Botania, we're going to need a Petal Apothecary, which should be pretty easy to make. All of this is going to be pretty easy to make. Dabble in here. There we go. Petal Apothecary. Bam. Yellow. We're good. Okay, so, water. I do have a bucket, or not a bucket, a drum, that I've been storing water in over here. So I'm going to use the drum as our central location for water right now. And then the Petal Apothecary, you can go here, no big deal. And we'll grab a bucket. And we'll slap that in there. Perfect. Now we do need seeds. Luckily we have quite a bit of seeds. And we're going to need to make ourselves a few of these pure daisies. I'm going to make another one. Just, I technically probably want more than just 2 of them, actually. It's like an open hand. Pretty simple. And there we go. We have 2 of them. 2 of them for right now, anyways. Alright, let's go ahead and get these guys placed down. Place them one right here, so that way they're touching, pretty much. Right, one here, one here. Okay, and we're going to get some stone. Let's grab some of that. Normal stone, where are you at? Do I not have? Oh, I probably converted all of it, actually. Now that I think about it, it's all been converted over. Luckily, I do have a way to cook stuff fairly quick. So we're going to cook this. That is waiting actually for food to cook up. I have been working on stuff. And yeah, we're going to technically wait for some stone to cook up. Can I chisel? Let's see. Can I chisel, like, stone brick back into normal stone? I don't think so. I guess now is when a stonework factory would have really came in handy. Anyways, we're going to pop back up here. We're going to at least get these few pieces of stone cooking in this. So that we can get that working, and then I guess we can get wood while we wait. We can get some logs going. Just like that. Bam, bam, bam. Perfect. Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of all the cobblestone. We have way too much stuff on here. We don't need all these flowers technically on our inventory. Now I am going to take the white flowers and get some bone meal. And we're going to actually duplicate a few of these. Just like that. And we're making more petals. Super simple. And technically with Ore Excavator, you don't even have to bother with that. I can't believe I just deleted them. Oh man, I had to repeat this whole process. Yeah, you can use Ore Excavator to mine them up. There we go. So this already converted, which is perfect. Now we're just waiting on the wood. I still don't think this is enough for a wand. Let's go ahead and throw some more of this down. There we go. And then we'll go check on our stone. I'm sure we have a little bit more at this point. This should help out. At least enough to make a couple Petal Apothecaries. Or not Petal Apothecaries. Enough to make a couple mana pools. There we go. So this pack sort of is just like a test of your knowledge. It's a test of the knowledge of mods and to see how much of an understanding you have of these mods, which is kind of a nice concept. I actually really do like this. Alright, so we are going to need, now that we have some wood, I guess we can go ahead and start working on our wand. I'm going to make a solid white one, since that's what I have. Is these white petals. There we go. And now that we have that, we can probably make a wand. Well, or make a pool. Let's see. How many living wood do we have? We have enough now to make a mana spreader. So let's do that. So mana spreader. Very simple. That is done. I'm going to raise this off the ground. We're going to have a mana pool here. Same with this. Mana spreader will go here. And we'll have Indo Flames on the bottom. If we need them bad enough. We probably will. Let's see. I think when I did my last playthrough, I did make it with literally one mana pool. But mana was not a requirement either. So I don't exactly know how this is supposed to work with applying the mana. But I do know that we could probably set up a mana pool and a mana spreader and use these blacker lotuses to complete that particular quest. So, actually, let's go ahead and just take these. And we'll use these to start working on completing that quest. And I can keep the stone on me. And let's take a look at this. So, if we are going to set this up, we need to actually have mana pouring into this. Now, we can't build on the platform. But let's see. Let's see what we can actually do. So, we've put a mana pool here. Now, this is coming from Slowpoke. This is how he said to do it. So, I think this is how you're supposed to do it. Now, link this to that. So, that should be linked. Right? It connects. And then we're going to fill this with the blacker lotuses. Right? Oh, and I think it needs a little bit of mana, actually, to get started. Oh, yeah, I think it needs a little bit of mana in the pool. If I remember correctly. In order for it to work. So, we're going to have to finagle a little bit of mana over there just to get that to work. Or we can use a mana tablet. I think a mana tablet would probably work as well. Alright, so I have a little bit of this to kind of gather up. We're going to need a few more mana pools. This is probably the hardest part, is just getting all of this processed. Get it converted over. That's why making more than 2 is probably a better option. Let's go ahead and make more than 2. We have enough stuff, so... we need 4 of those. And seeds. There's the seeds. And I got another pure daisy. Perfect. And we can go ahead and add some logs. Because like I said, we're going to need more mana spreaders. And then Indo Flames is something that would probably be nice. But like I said, I don't know if these are going to be enough. I literally think that 4 of them fill a whole mana pool, but I'm not sure on the blacker lotuses. I'm not 100% positive on that. So there's another one. And that is completed. Awesome. Now we are going to need a little bit of residual mana because we're going to have to be converting things over. So I'm almost tempted. Let's go ahead and get the things we're going to need for the Indo Flames. Or I guess, yeah, the Indo Flames would probably be the best, right? Let's take a look here. So this is going to be the 2 brown, gray, and red. You'd think I'd remember this at this point? There's no wireless transmission in range. It's probably out of power. This thing does not last very long. But I can't wait till we get our power upgraded. That will really help. Alright. So, red. Where's our red flowers? Yeah, right here. And then we're going to need brown. And then we're going to need gray. I think it's a normal gray, is it not? Light gray. And that's it. That's all we're going to need. Now, we do want to bone mill this because we, like I said, we will have to use this. The main thing we really need to bone meal the most, though, is brown, because we will use 2 per flower. And we will have a few flowers worth. So, just keep that in mind. But this will get us a pretty large quantity. At least early on. There we go. And with the shears, we can now excavate. Or should be able to, or excavate. Maybe not. I was able to excavate. Maybe it's only on certain ones. I don't know. I was doing it earlier, not doing it now. Alright, so that should... yeah, get us quite a bit. Alright. So, with that being done, let's go ahead and round up all of our stuff that has now been transferred, or transformed. And we'll place down some more. Like I said, Botania is probably going to be the longest, one of the longest sections, other than Draconic Evolution, which, I mean, that's just, you know it's going to be long for that, because the power requirements and the actual crafting times are, the crafting times are actually just, they're stuck that way, so you can't actually upgrade the crafting times. Alright, and each one of the flowers will actually go in their own little section once we get quite a bit of this done. The main thing, though, is let's get these petal apothecaries done. Alright, so let's get our inventory cleaned out, and we'll get this set up for this process. Alright, so I normally have this over here with an empty hand, and we'll do 1, 2, and then we'll take that, put the endoflame here, empty hand, and that's where the seeds... technically the seeds need to go here. Empty hand, seeds. And we're going to keep an eye on the brown, because the brown is what will run out first. And just like that. Because you can place this with a right-click with an empty hand, it's going to do the last recipe that you would put in here. This works actually for several things in Botania, including the altars and stuff like that. It works perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and get that in. We've almost hit the max. I think we have, what, 2 more? Yes. Okay, I don't want to do the last one because we only have so many. Alright, and that got us 13 endoflames. I think that'll be plenty. Plenty for what we're going to be working with. And we'll throw some more over here. Alright, actually, let me route this back. We actually need to place these down after we get our, mana spreaders down. So we'll make some more mana spreaders. I would say probably 3 of them will be fine. I don't even know if we need that many. There we go. And a mana pool. That should be easy enough to make. Alright, there's our mana pool. There's our mana spreaders. We'll go ahead and clear this out. And then we're going to link up some endoflames. So, just like that. We'll link those. I think these link to the nearest mana spreader. I don't exactly know. Usually I like to manually link them, just to be on the safe side. And then that assures that each one of these are going to the appropriate mana spreader So that way we don't overflow the mana spreader and waste potential mana. Okay, perfect. Now all we gotta do is grab some coal. Or charcoal. Whatever suits your fancy. And just throw it all around for right now. And then we're going to target the actual mana pools, or mana pool. And I think we could probably throw this here, and the mana spreaders will actually still pick, or the Indo Flames will actually still pick up the charcoal. So with that being done, let me go ahead and pick up the rest of the stuff. I'll grab these flowers. We'll actually put the flowers where they need to go. Just like that. And I think we have enough room for one more mana spreader. Possibly. And then I'm probably going to take a break here for a second, and I'm going to go ahead and make one more mana spreader with Indo Flames around it. I'm going to finish the Indo Flames. Each one of these mana spreaders will get 6 Indo Flames apiece. So in order to make terrasteel, we're going to need a agglomeration plate, or the terrasteel agglomeration plate. Now this thing is going to require us to make the runic altar. Now we're going to need either mana steel or diamonds. Now I'm going to take some diamonds. I'm just going to go ahead and try this real quick. We're going to do 2 diamonds, and I'm going to make a tablet. And I think this requires, yeah, either a diamond or that. It doesn't really matter. But we're going to go up here. We're going to go ahead and convert these over real quick. We're going to need them anyways. So we'll get 2 diamonds. We'll throw our blocks back so that way we can just leave it there to just simmer as we wait. And we're going to use this to create ourselves, 1, a mana tablet, 2, a table, or what is it called? Agglomeration plate, but we're going to need the altar, runic altar. There we go. So, runic altar made. That is perfect. So we're also going to need another mana spreader. So let's go ahead and take that. And I think that's it. We don't really need much more than this. I think all we need is 1 mana spreader. Should be enough. Actually, we could probably make 2, just to make it maybe just a smidge faster, if we have the extra stuff for it. 2 mana spreaders, perfect. Look at that, like nothing left over. We are going to need some wood, though. I'm going to just go ahead and fill this, because I know we're going to need more of this later on down the road. So might as well get some more now, while we wait. There we go, perfect. I know we're running pretty low on time here on the episode, I know. we're getting pretty close to the end. But I would like to at least get this started. So, I can set this guy here. I am going to need this guy to go here. But we're going to do that later. We're not going to do it right away. I think that would work fine. Yeah, that's going to work. That's going to work just fine. But we'll have to put the mana spreaders on whenever we're ready to use it. But for right now, let's take a look at that agglomeration plate. This agglomeration plate is going to require rune of water, which is going to require a few different things. I want to make sure we have everything for each one of these. We do have the mushrooms. We have that. We have feathers. I do believe we have feathers. I think we're getting those actually from our mob farm. Let me check. I don't actually know. Like, chickens are one of those things that we haven't really gotten. Yes, we are getting those from the mob farm. Okay, now that is done. And this, netherwort. I think we have netherwort. Let's take a look, actually. Is it a reward for something? Oh no, we can make it with mushroom. That's right. Okay, so, with that being done, let's go ahead and throw some more coal in here. Let's get some mushrooms. Once this decides it wants to recognize. So we'll take a few mushrooms. Let's go ahead and get those converted over real quick, just so we make sure we have the items. And I'm going to get all the items together real quick. And I'm going to get those pieces made. And I'll see you guys in just a second. I don't want to leave you guys out of this, because I know this is the most satisfying part. And it's watching all of this stuff be converted over. I know, it's my favorite part, at least, to watch. So, each one of these are going to get their own separate piece, and then each one of these are going to get a mana, or mana powder, and then we have, last but not least, mana steel. So, when setting all these up, it's not too difficult. You just need to throw them all in your hotbar, like that, and make sure you have the mana powder as well. And then you just simply right-click everything in here. It's going to start up, but you have to route this to it to give it a little bit of mana. So I'm going to route all of these and redirect them to this, and it should complete really quick. And then we're going to need some stone. Do we have any? I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah, living rock. You can right-click with living rock and then right-click with your wand, and you'll get all the stuff that you need. So, pretty simple there. Let's go ahead and repeat this process. Bam, 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 bam. And then we'll get all these completed. So I'm going to do the rest of them the same way. Just like that. Man, that is so fast. And I'll be right back. With all that done, we should be able to now take 9 of the iron. Throw that in there. That's going to make us a iron, or a mana steel iron block, or mana steel block, I guess I could say. And agglomeration plate should be very simple to make. We need lapis blocks, which we have enough of at this point. And now we have a terrasteel agglomeration plate. Now we are going to still need some lapis block. I think it's only 4 of them, because the rest is going to be taken over with this. And I'm going to clear out this little area here. And I'm going to go ahead and get this thing set up. It shouldn't take too much to set it up, actually. On the sides, I do, if I remember correctly, I think that's living rock in the center. And on the sides, yeah, if I remember this correctly, I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's on me. But I'm pretty sure it is built just like that, with the agglomeration plate just on the center. And yeah, that's about it. Now, you guys wanted to see this just as much as I did, so let's go ahead and try this out. So I want to spare some mana into this. If I can get that to spare mana from pool to mana tablet. There we go. So it's going to pull a little bit out. All we need is a little bit, because I'm going to try and actually get this pool up and running. And I want to see, if I throw this in here, that should spare a little bit in there. And take this. And how much did that give us? That gives us quite a bit, actually. So, yeah, we're going to do one more, just to be on the safe side, as a little bit... I don't know. I don't know if that's enough. That might be enough. I don't know. We're going to need a bit of mana, as I can already tell. I'm going to just throw all of them in here for right now. That's going to make it a full mana pool, and I think that's probably what it wants, is a full mana pool's worth. We'll see. We'll see. It's going to take a little bit of time for this mana spreader to completely send all of the mana there. We probably could make it faster with the lens, but I'm not too worried about that. This is just one of those other time things. This is going to take a little bit of time. Along with this is going to take a little bit of time. All we need now is a full mana pool, and this will not take very long to get a full mana pool, believe it or not. But I think that'll be all done within next episode. We can make sparks, I think. We can probably already get our sparks ready to go. Yeah, we need 2 sparks. So let's go ahead and get those. And yeah, we gotta make sure we keep coal. That's why I have coal being produced right now. Not charcoal, but coal. They do cost exactly the same. It is pretty loud when they first start up. There we go. We'll link that. Link this. I'll keep throwing the coal in there just to keep it fired up. Yeah, as of right now, I think terrasteel takes a half a mana pool. And I don't know if we have a half. We do have a half. So technically I can make terrasteel this episode. Guys, I can make terrasteel right now. Let's do it. Let's make terrasteel. So, I'm going to need iron. That's 1. Diamond. That's 2. And ender pearl. That is 3. Throw all of these into here to get their corresponding parts. And we're going to throw them on here. And this should activate. One more. Guys, and that should convert into terrasteel. I'm pretty sure it only uses a half a mana pool. And we'll get our first piece of terrasteel right off the bat, guys. You can't beat that. You can't beat it. Oh, that's so good. On our first episode, guys, getting terrasteel. How cool is that? Yep. Doesn't get better. And look at that. We got it. We got it. So with this terrasteel, we're going to use that to make ourselves an elven gateway. And that is going to help us propel to the starfield, which it will allow us to start getting a little bit of draconium dust created, which we're going to need. We're going to need. So we're working on getting the mana done. Slowly but surely, we're going to have that done. And then the starfield generator should be next. It doesn't take too much. We're like really close to getting that starfield generator at this point. Already. Like all we needed was that. I think at this point, let's take a look real quick before we end the episode. Mana pools. We are going to need mana pylons, so that'll be something else. But mana pool, we'll go ahead and make 2 more if I have enough. And we'll put that where our actual mana pylon thing is going to sit. And it's going to sit right here. We're actually going to have the gateway over here. And I will put the mana pools right there. And that should be perfect. We'll actually use a tablet once this thing gets filled up a little bit more. We should be able to put just a little bit there, just enough to activate it and open up the Elven Portal. But we'll do that all next episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, you guys know what to do. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video, guys, a thumbs up. I put a lot of work in today's episode, and I hope you guys appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching.